Hello, welcome to today's edition of the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai Loko, and on the 1st of December, President Nana Akufo-Addo cancelled the referendum which was scheduled to take off on the 17th of December. Now, in today's edition of the Citi Newsroom, we're looking at the matters arising following the cancellation. We'll be speaking for those who were for the referendum to take part and for those who were against, and we'll speak to others, major stakeholders in the discussion. My name is Vivian Kai Loko, and later we'll join my colleague Zoe Abu-Bedu Ado, who will also be looking at other angles to this developing story. So I'm currently at the Odo Na Sahara electoral area. Now, prior to the cancellation of this referendum, one of the influential persons here, actually the assemblyman for the area, was one of many assembly people who were against us going ahead with this referendum. Today we've come back here to pick his thoughts on the referendum and whether he's happy with the latest development following the fact that he wanted it to be cancelled. Now, he's currently going about his normal duties, trying to clean up this area because we're told the president will be here as part of his Greater Accra regional tour. Hi, welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you.
Right. For those who don't know your full name, what is your full name?
Hendrik Noble Kina.
Okay. Yesterday, the president cancelled the referendum. You had advocated for a no. You didn't want us to go ahead with that. Your initial reactions to the cancellation?
Yeah, I'm so much happy about that, and I want to take this opportunity and say thank you to the president, because what we advocated for has come to pass. And you know, referendum is good for everybody to exercise his constitutional rights. But then, if there is a problem with it, we need to work at it and make sure we do the right thing.
So what do you think the problem was? The issue was whether we wanted political partisan to be inculcated into local level elections, which you play a key role in. What's so bad about that you were against?
You know, already there is a tension in the system, which for me, I'm not happy about that.
So what tension is this?
You know, this today, this tomorrow. There's look at a typical example is what happened at the Ayawaso by-election. It created a lot of tension, and already, you know, the system is somehow. I don't want to use certain words, but then it's not good. The system, there is a lot of tension already, and politically you can see the country is being divided in two parties alone. And now if we should bring that system into our local areas, in fact it's going to divide us the more.
Okay. But the president also he said yesterday he's putting it on hold because at this time he doesn't believe it's the right time to go ahead with this, and at a later time, it may be brought again. Do you think that should be quashed totally?
There are a lot of policies that has to be changed in our standing order, even before this one will come, if really they want to bring it on board. Because the standing orders, there is a percentage of government appointee that has to come to the assembly. When we go for election, and they will not go for election, do you still have that power to bring the 30% of the appointees to the assembly, which they should also go for election? That is what it means. Everybody must go for election, and so it will become a partisanship, and you can't say this one knows, have the good ideas and he can help the community, so he should go. If they bring somebody who doesn't know anything about anything at all, can come to the assembly, and because he's being sponsored by a party, somebody will sit somewhere who has never contributed in the community, but they can bring him to the community and say, hey, look, this person should go. And if the party says this person, then this person. Okay. But meanwhile, the community members knows that they know that they are the people that have to elect one person who knows what it is about, and that person should represent them at the assembly. So I believe this one, they should let it go totally.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai. Look, I'm still at the Odorna Sahara electoral area, picking the thoughts of residents here after the president announced the cancellation of the referendum. No more finding abo.
I don't know.
Finding joke there.
Actually, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, okay, president here TV no.
Yeah, I mean, Kwale.
Okay, I'm gonna care referendum e ba no. Miniju or reaction to this.
Oh, and one akeba no.
Maba.
Policy nekeba policy enye wa.
Maba feel like a wa.
I feel to okay as general assembly I vote ale. I say that ba ya some assembly anyway me.
You be na vote election ake be na kwa ake politics ba me no ni gbo na.
Gba na nsumo.
Maba.
Oh, nsumo. Okay. Yani me ba fitiska. About ya standing e kesa ni ma e ba mi ska ma vote ale. Secondary ke afe general crane me ma jin akase as a this man ma jin here me ake mwala ake MP money onunsi mwala ake MP money ake mfa ake MP nyonya twa ke next time mu ke menisi mo no ma wale you know ka mi nsimo
we feel like ke mingbla mo baba na ba fiteshika.
Yes.
Okay.
This issue you know
why he she be ne yo no
aka na no
she ke bia na ke atmosphere tension ke division around it well later ekulabanya ke bamieko me no ba kele no
oh no le ekula tama me ko ngbo ntile na ka mi ngbo pa mi mo le nya agree ekwe ngbo ntile fine sikem nya mi ka support to
okay ba
yeah
so onu kwa fa no o yura don o fa ne mbra me ni jogbe
me acho me Ruben yeah
Ruben bo me ni jo odwemo yesane ne
oh me be jomo ko choko shi no ni ma wie no ni imbro no pa won awie o me support awie mo
do feel like aka politics aka wo local level elections
Kevin aka ba disturb few e ke na gba baba o no ni imbra
me na gba e ko e pa ba
to me ni wie like be na ba feel party so me wie like she ko le bi ele ho party se nyon ni obe ni MPP ni ke to mo e ko le MPP no fe no ko me ni se nyon nyama awa no ji na gba ni ke to mo no ko ba ye Abraham na afie ke wo fe together no wo tuntum e ba fe fine she ba fe to mo politics e wo ma ke ni MPP bi en fi mu nyanke ihe ya wo ba look at me this nyoko mfie MPP nyoko nyeke ya wo mi oh mi no jin na gba
she ofili ake politics and in the definition or division wo na ne wo ma bi e no wo cause of problem ne because ke MPP nyojibo ni NDC nyo win wo call like assemblyman election say ne sa ma ne sa eha wo area o ba kokko o ewo mi e be wo ji problem alo
o no la no kwale mo ji problem she bola ka go ma de some black say like no ni what brought up na ka no fe ko na ka no le ba bale she ke fe na ka mo no mo le e ba wa wo fe she na fe in the politics e wo fe ko na ka no le ba bale
I'm speaking to more residents around this area. It appears they all were for a no, but let's see if we'll find a yes or still a no all over. Boss, how are you?
Thank you very much.
Is it a yes or no for the referendum?
Well, I've actually remained indifferent all this while.
Why is that?
Because I actually don't know exactly whether it's 17th or something.
17th December.
I think it's a weekday. Already, you know, the enthusiasm with respect to the voting populace has actually taken a nosedive for me, from what I see from my colleagues and all that. And for you to have a referendum on a weekday as well, it's actually going to worsen the whole thing. And secondly, we live in a system where it's quite clear that our political system, it looks like politics are definitely eating deep into the fiber of the Ghanaian populace. Whether I like it or not, it's quite obvious that there is politics within the assembly elections and whatsoever. And the referendum just stands to formalize it. And for me, I actually didn't see anything wrong with that. As to whether it's going to help us or not, I can't tell. But as to whether they're also going to get that 70%, for me, I think cancelling it is just like a way of saving the nation's space.
And the president was asking the minister to also pull the bill to do with the voting of MMDCs as well. Do you also feel that we should move away from that or come back to that?
It's actually not different from the referendum they actually wanted to institute. And for me, it still ends up at the same place. We all know deep down there's politics all over, but it looks like it's not as intense as the politics at the highest level. And if things are actually working well, for me, if this whole politics thing, there is actually a statistics or a research that shows that it's going to improve the extent to which development is going to come to the people within the assembly, fair enough. But until then, I think it's just a way of saving the nation's space if they cancel it.